Next news. Breaking news from the White House.
President Trump just pulled off one of the most brilliant messaging moves of his second term. The left has no idea how to stop it. What used to be ICE may soon be branded as NICE, National Immigration and Custom Enforcement. And just like that, the entire media script gets flipped. The same press corps that spent years demonizing immigration enforcement would have to say the words NICE agents every single day. That's not just trolling, that's strategy. While Trump is taking control of the language, AOC is spiraling into full-blown panic. The question now is simple. Who will win this perception war? Now, this matters because immigration enforcement is no longer just a policy fight, it's a reality fight. President Trump and the Trump administration are making it clear that border security, interior enforcement, and deportations are not dirty words. They are basic duties of a sovereign nation. The official DHS message says it plainly: National Immigration and Customs Enforcement. America first, law first, citizens first. And that shift hits viewers directly. It means safer communities when criminal illegal aliens are removed. It means law enforcement is backed instead of smeared. It means the country stops pretending that enforcement immigration law is somehow cruel. But Democrats can't survive that debate on facts, so they have to turn everything into hysteria. That's why AOC and the activist left are trying to recast deportation as some dark national threat. They're not selling policy, they're selling fear. Because if Americans see enforcement as normal, legal, and necessary, the entire open border narrative collapses. And that same lesson applies to your money. When the crowd finally admits danger is real, you're already late. See, here's what your financial advisor will not tell you. By the time the news tells you to buy gold, it's too late. You're waiting, I get it. Everybody's waiting to see if the ceasefire holds, waiting to see if the Strait of Hormuz reopens, waiting to see what happens next. But gold is not waiting for you. It moves on fear, instability, on the unknown, and it moves faster than you can react. So while you are waiting for certainty, the rest of the world's planning for what comes next. You can keep hoping the window stays open, or you can take one smart step now. Talk to Noble Gold Investments and see why so many Americans are getting informed before the panic hits. Go to nextnewsgold.com, it's linked below, and get ahead before the scramble starts. Now back to the story, because what AOC said shows exactly why the left is losing control of the issue. While Trump's side is talking about law and order and results, AOC is out there painting a fantasy where immigration detention becomes some giant machine aimed at everybody else next. In a podcast appearance going viral, she compared the current moment to Jim Crow tactics and warned that detention infrastructure would keep expanding for profit. See, that's the playbook now. Skip over the illegal immigration debate entirely and jump straight to the apocalypse. But that fear campaign may have created a problem for her that is far more serious than just a bad soundbite. This is what President Trump posted, unveiling what could be a possible new logo for NICE, National Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The press would have to call them NICE agents 24/7 while they mass deport. And he's leaning in on it. So Trump turning the media's favorite talking point into a branding trap. DHS leaning into it as well, posting it. I think this is going to happen. National Immigration and Customs Enforcement. So the rebrand is real enough for DHS to put it on the board next. One creator shows exactly what Democrats are doing to hate hearing the word nice over and over again. This is an AI video. I thought it was funny. Check it out.
We're glad to be sending people back to their home countries and reuniting them with their families.
Nice. Nice. Have a nice day. It lands because it cuts straight to the anti-ICE script, but Tom Homan's done laughing. He's now asking DOJ where the legal line is for AOC telling illegals how to dodge enforcement. She's under fire. She could be prosecuted for helping illegals evade ICE.
That up to DOJ. What I find disturbing is that any member of Congress wants to educate people how to evade law enforcement. You can claim you're educating those constitutional rights. Okay, you can keep that claim. But what she in fact doing is telling people don't open your door, hide in your home, don't talk to ICE. We're talking about people who are in the country illegally, committed a crime, they're a public safety threat, they've been convicted of serious crime, and they've been ordered removed by a federal judge. So it's like AOC and others don't want ICE to enforce the laws that they enacted. She's a member of Congress. Let us enforce the laws you enacted. That's what we're supposed to do.
You can't go after her. Do you think others should?
No, I think I've asked DOJ, where's that line of impediment, of interference? Now, if someone stands in your way, prevents you from arresting somebody, put your hands on him, that's impediment. But what line is telling people to hide from ICE, not open the door? Where do you cross that line on impediment? So I've simply asked the Department of Justice, give us that line.
You have talked to them about this. That's what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Wow. We'll see where that goes. Tom Homan, I'm out of time.
So Homan laying out the case for why AOC's advice may cross into interference. Next, a comedian makes same nice point in brutal detail. Adam Carolla. I wonder if this is where they got the idea.
All the
Oh my goodness. That bit nails the branding problem Democrats created for themselves, but AOC, the fight is getting more serious. AOC will face charges for allegedly teaching illegal immigrants how to avoid capture by ICE. Do you support these charges? So the calls for charges against AOC keep growing. She's answering with pure fear-mongering. Next, here the wild claim that deporting illegals somehow leads to detention centers being used on everyone else.
All of a sudden, we now have a paramilitary force. We don't have a court system, right? They don't think they need judicial warrants. So you don't get due process. So you start creating this black box system.
That's right, black box warehouses.
Point a finger, whether it's like we saw in Jim Crow, whether you just point a finger and 100 years ago accuse a little black boy of something, you can point a finger and accuse someone of that today. If you think once you build that machine that it's only going to be reserved to that.
That's right.
This eats profit. These things, ICE, it's not just ICE. It's Core Civic, it's Geo Group. Those are corporations that run ICE detention centers.
Right. That's right.
They are for profit. They are traded on Wall Street. And what happens is that those companies and this system is that it does not accept anything but growth. It's not even good enough to be profitable. It's not even good enough to be profitable. You have to be more profitable and more profitable and more profitable. It's not enough to be a profitable business. You have to keep growing those profits. And so once they've rounded up every person in this country, who do you think is next?
This is the thing about, I said I mentioned genocidal frameworks before. As growing up as a Jew, as a minority where I grew up, and going to Hebrew school and learning about the Holocaust, I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. It wasn't taught in school. I'm not sure the way it's taught in school now, but the way that I've come to understand this system is that there's a spectrum of true democracy, which, like you said, Black people and Black Americans in this country have been building since they were captured and brought here. We weren't
really a democracy until 1963,
That's right.
1965.
That's exactly right.
Voting rights and civil rights. We were apartheid before then.
That's exactly right. It's 70 years old or so, this system, 80 years old. And, it's there's a true democracy and fascism. And it's just about the dials, these genocidal frameworks. And they're just turning the dials up on trans people. They're turning the dial up on the genocidal framework on Black people. And right now, the dial is being turned up on specifically Latino immigrants, but immigrants of color. And, that poem about the Holocaust, about a Christian religious leader who was in a concentration camp was first they came for the Jews, then they came for and then they came for me. And I think the story that's sold is to the white working class that they will never come for you. But they're seeing now with AI and data centers that they are coming for them, and they are coming for their homes, their water, their air, for growth, as you say.
Wrong. AOC, man, pure leftist fear porn. So here's the part the corporate press does not want to touch. Border Czar Tom Homan openly pressing for the Department of Justice to examine whether AOC crossed a legal line by instructing illegal immigrants on how to avoid ICE. His point is straightforward. People are in the country illegally, have committed crimes, pose public safety risks, and have already been ordered removed by a federal judge. Then coaching them to hide, not answer the door, and evade enforcement is not noble activism. It looks a lot like interference. And that's the real showdown. President Trump is normalizing enforcement while top Democrats are flirting with obstruction to keep the system broken. That tells you everything about who puts America first. So let's call this what it is. Trump has just turned immigration enforcement into a winning cultural message, and the left responds with panic, paranoia, and the same tired playbook of fear. Nice, yes, it's funny, but it's also effective because it reminds the country that enforcing the law is not evil. It's necessary. It protects the neighborhoods, supports officers, tells the world America is serious again. I want to hear from you. Should AOC be investigated if she helped illegal immigrants avoid lawful enforcement? Yes or no? Drop your answer in the comments. Share this report everywhere. And make sure you subscribe. But most importantly, text that secret number you see on your screen right there. Text the words raw feed to 844-840-4963 to bypass the algorithm suppression of our work and get direct messages from me right to your phone when it matters most. And check out the next news merch shelf below this video. Stay loud, stay fearless, and keep standing for the country President Trump is fighting to restore.
The system controls information. Information control is power.
They don't want you to see this.
The truth only survives together. They don't want this shared. Share this now. You know out.